There is no easier way to pass your CPCs than going to my home channel, picking a membership. Hi everybody, because of popular demand I finally released a CPC Case Studies course. It's as simple as it can possibly be. It's 10 short, small modules. I have a list of suggested viewing for my YouTube channel, followed by the Kahoots. You know, the multiple choice games. It's the easiest way you can learn possible. And on top of that, I'm also going to include my CPC Case Studies book, which has all the CPC case studies, has the walkarounds, the mnemonics, the easy way to remember stuff, the difficult images you might be asked your day your test, and the difficult test day questions. Everything you could possibly need to pass your CPC scenarios and walkaround test is in this 1 week course. Okay, so if you want to pass your CPC scenarios, go to my home page, pick a membership, send an email to YouTube members only at yahoo.com. It's on there. And I'll send you all the materials you could possibly need to pass your test. And I'm not going to inundate you with loads and loads of information, boring books. I'm going to give you all the stuff you need, the Kahoots, and just making passing this test as easy as humanly possible. Hi everyone, just want to go through this book that I put together. If you want to pass your CPC walkaround or CPC exams, then you should be getting this book. This has everything you need to know. It has the questions, has the answers, has the easiest way to remember them. I'm just going to go through this book so you can see it yourself. Okay, first of all, when you log in, you're going to see this come up. So if you click on this X here, that makes it full size. And this is the cover. Driver's Certificate of Professional Competence Training, ADR Training Island. That's me, how to become a professional driver. This is the cover. If we go in, if you use these controls here, or you can use these big arrows on the sides, go to the next page, or you can just click on the page down here to the page you want, or you can do a search. So here, CPC process and steps. You probably passed all this, the theory, your lessons. Then it goes on about the case studies, driving lessons, the walk around, practical driving test, your driver CPC card. Literally everything is here. If I click on this bus case studies, click, bang, go straight to the page. So it has all the case studies. If I go down here and type in 1, you go back to the first page, page 1. So these are the controls, pretty handy. So it has all the case studies for the truck, all the case studies for the bus. The first ones are the bus, 6 for the bus, 9 for the truck. And then it has the question bank. So these are all the questions that are going to come up. Now you can't get these questions online. Maybe your instructors hand you a sheet with all the most typical questions going around. But all my students, when they go in to do the CPC case studies, when they come out, I ask them, are there any questions that came up that we didn't study in class? And if they say yes, I added it to the book. If they say yes, I add it to the Kahoots. So remember, you're going to have all these questions, all the answers, and you're going to have mnemonics to help you remember the answers, and you're going to have my Kahoots if you join the channel. So here's CPC bus and truck questions. I'm skipping on the pages here. Let's see, which of the following is true regarding the physical forces acting on a vehicle? It takes more power to start off a vehicle on a flat road than it does to keep it moving. So that's true. You need a greater force to break that inertia from a standstill to move. And it takes very little power to keep you going. So here's more questions, more questions, more questions. I'm going to skip forward here to the next section. So there's 137 questions so far. You don't have to memorize all of these. A lot of these should be common sense, hopefully. Now, practical CPC question. This is your practical walk around. These are the questions that you will be asked. So you have all these questions for your CPC study, your exams. Plus you'll be doing all the Kahoots that you've probably seen on my channel already if you're reading this or looking at this. This section now is for the walk around. These are the questions you will be asked. So what is the purpose of the electronic braking system? It improves it. Now remember, you have to hit 3. They have 5 answers they want, but you have to hit at least 3 of them. And then as soon as you get the 3, they're going to move on. They don't want you to get all 5. As soon as you get 3 of them, bang, they'll move on to the next question. So what is the purpose of the electronic braking system? It improves vehicle control, improves stability, reaction time. It can simultaneously, that means at the same time, fulfill the operation of the anti-lock system and the load sensing system. It can save fuel because it has a faster brake release, provides better interaction, and anything else you want to add. Now remember, if you memorize 5 and you forget 2, you still have the 3 you need to pass. And if you're having trouble, say with this question, there's a mnemonic for your WASPs. W for works in conjunction with ABS, A for allows short or smoother stopping distances, S for slows you down, P for performance enhancing, S for save fuel. So I don't want you to remember the mnemonics for all of the questions, only the ones you have trouble with. And people typically have trouble with our electronic braking system. There's an image to help you remember as well. And the inertia question. What types of practice would ensure the optimum use of a vehicle's inertia? Sounds very complicated. Vehicle's inertia's resistance to change its current state. It sounds like such a complicated question, but it isn't. All it's asked you really is how would you use the body weight of the vehicle? What best practices, what best way would you use the weight of the vehicle to help aid your driving? So forward planning, anticipation, looking ahead, gentle braking, gentle acceleration, timely braking, fit and energy saving tyres, and ensure the vehicle is serviced regularly. If you're having trouble with that one, you can remember PACE. Planning forward, anticipation, service vehicle regularly, timely braking, energy efficient tyres. Now, like I said, I don't expect you to remember the mnemonic for all of them, just the ones you might have trouble with. Like that one there, a lot of people have trouble with, and the electronic braking system. So here are all the questions and all the answers and easy ways to memorize the correct question, the correct answers. At the back here we have obligatory questions. These questions you will be asked. They're obliged to ask. Where would you find the plate that indicates the gross vehicle weight, and identify from this plate the gross vehicle weight of the vehicle? So you should, rather than struggle to find it on the plate, you have to know where the plate is before you do your test, and find out what the gross vehicle weight is before, so you can just point at the plate and say 19.5 ton or whatever it is. Okay, they're your normal walk around stuff. Under the bonnet checks, where would you find the plate? Tire checks. Memorize this. 1.6 in a continuous band. 1.6 mil is the minimum in a continuous band. There's no bald patches. No lumps or bumps or cracks or foreign bodies. Down to the rim's fine. The nuts are fine. They're on tight. There's no water behind them. The bottom of the rim is fine. There are no lumps or bumps or cracks or foreign bodies. And it's inflated correctly. If I wasn't happy, I'd use a gauge. If I'm still unhappy, I'd go to the garage. Memorize that perfectly and say it off like that. And they're not going to ask you that again when you get to the next train. Walking around, working, time directive, your tachograph, just your symbols there. Remember if you are to put the questions in the office before you go out. Those are your heights and widths and lengths, your turning circles for bus and truck. These are more questions. These are the common test day questions. Okay. That's basic stuff you should know anyway. Then in the back I put some of the signs that trick people up. These are the diversion signs you get on the M50. That is a clearway, means no parking. A lot of people get these two signs mixed up. That is a clearway, no parking. This means it's a pedestrian zone, no cars. These are your level crossing signs, guarded by lights and barriers, even though there's no barrier in the picture. That is just a picture of a fence. That's a level crossing guarded by fences and lifting barriers, and that's a level crossing guarded by nothing. So memorize these. National speed limit applies, which is 100 kilometers an hour. Then they brought out this one, which means 80 kilometers an hour, but now it means 60 kilometers an hour. So I'm going to have to change that down to 60. That is merging traffic coming onto the main road. That is a staggered junction. Solid amber light means stop. Not stop if you want to, not stop if you, it just means stop. That's the whole answer. You say stop and say nothing else. A flashing amber light means yield. And there's just some links and a picture of myself. So everything you need to know to pass your CPC exam and your CPC walk around is in this book. has the questions, has the answers, it has easy ways to memorize it. And you can't buy this book anywhere because I put this book together. You can only get it if you subscribe, if you become a member of my channel. Just go to the home page, pick a membership. I'll send you out this book, and I'll also send you all the Kahoots, so you can do all the questions and practice that way as well. You can't fail. In my opinion, it's very, very hard to fail if you have this book and you're doing my Kahoots. Okay, there's no easier way of passing your exam. Okay, I'm Leon Clifton. This is ADR Training Island. I wonder if you could help me. If you could like and subscribe to this channel, that will help other people that need the information on this channel find it, just like you did. So like and subscribe. My name is Leon Clifton. This is ADR Training Island. Thank you for liking and subscribing to my channel. And like and subscribing to my channel helps other people like you find them. I'm Leon Clifton.